buy GALA at these prices to make millions in 2023. Sup guys, in this video I want to talk about GALA and the GALA token and what I think is going to happen and where you should be buying this coin if you're trying to do phenomenally well in the next bull run. Of course, can't give you guys exact financial advice, so I'm only going to tell you what I'm doing, but we're going to give you a little deep dive on where I see it going forward. So, buy GALA games at these prices to make millions in 2023. Really, I would like to call this the next bull run, but it's too long as a title because I don't think there's going to be anything magical happen in 2023. There might be, fantastic, but again, it goes back to what kind of investor are you? Or, even if you are an investor, are you a day trader? We're going to touch on that. So, what are your goals, right? What are your actual goals in cryptocurrency? Is your goal to actually become a millionaire? Is your goal just to create financial freedom? Is your goal to just quit your job? So you have to answer, it might not be to make millions. It might just be to quit your job. It might be, to use this as passive income. It might be to go down the whole yield, nodes, etc. What are your actual goals? I think before you buy anything, you should say, hey, does this meet my goals, right? So you have to ask yourself that question. Are you spread? What I mean by that is, do you have other plays? Now, if you don't, I would recommend getting some other plays, because if you're 100% in this coin, yes, it can make you very, very wealthy if it goes well, but what if it doesn't go well, right? This is why I'm always saying pick up some Bitcoin, pick up some other gaming projects, pick up some Ethereum, obviously make sure it aligns with your budget. It would be nice to put more into GALA and it to pump, but again, you can't risk missing a bull run if you F up and just go one in, one coin, because we don't know yet. We can only speculate at this current time. Now, another question, are you a hodler? This is going to completely depend. If you're buying this for long term, you're not going to give an F about your entry. You'll just buy this all the way down, like a lot of people did. If we look at it on the chart here, a lot of people got sucked into this coin and just bought this all the way down. But if you're a hodler and you genuinely believe in this and you have other plays, you're not going to worry about it, right? It doesn't make any difference to you because you're here for the long term, the next bull run. Or are you a trader? So if you look at that on the other side, if you're buying this all the way down using leverage or just, day trading this and you're just going long on this, yeah, that's a completely different game, right? So you have to understand what one you are. Chances are most of you are hodlers, and hodlers will always win. So last question before we get into prices, etc. What the F are you even trying to do in cryptocurrency? Are you trying to use this, like I said, it's going to align back to your goals? Are you trying to use this just to align to get a better life? Are you trying to use this to align with your business? What is your actual goals to be even invested in cryptocurrency? Is it just another vehicle to your financial freedom with your job, etc.? So, prices to make millions in 2023. So let's have a look at the actual chart and let's talk about where this coin could go. Now, I've already said I do believe this coin is going to at least $1 in the next bull run. I don't think anybody can argue with that because, where did we come from before? Pretty much nothing. The previous bull run got to, I think, 85 odd cents. Literally at the peak, it was about, 82, 84, 85 cents. So I don't think we can argue that this coin isn't going to $1. And to be honest, $1, $2, $3, $4, 3, 4, 5x of what it did before. But that would have to depend if the hype, adoption, actual games were getting developed in the next bull run, because if those three things don't happen, this doesn't go to zero, right? But again, most gaming coins are going to absolutely destroy the next bull run. It doesn't really matter if you're buying at 4 cents, 5 cents, 6 cents, your entries are not going to matter. If you get above $1, it's not going to make any difference. You're going to do very, very well. But again, you have to ask yourself these questions, because if you're not spread, I wouldn't recommend it. If you're not a hodler, I wouldn't recommend it. If you're trying to day trade this thing, I wouldn't recommend it. If your goals don't align, guess what? I wouldn't recommend it. So me personally, I use this Gordon gauge indicator, and we've had a nice entry in this. But what I'm saying, me personally, is it's not something I want to start DCing in yet. I already have a decent amount. And it's going to be something, if Bitcoin can keep pumping, this Gordon gauge is going to keep flipping green nicely. But again, if Bitcoin starts to dump, it knocks the whole Gordon gauge and any indicators you guys use out the window. But again, I'm a long-term hodler. I just use the Gordon gauge indicator to see where we kind of are in the market. I'm waiting for Bitcoin to keep going, which is going nicely right now. I'm waiting for Ethereum to keep going, and then I'm looking at other altcoins. I'm waiting for H-bar to flip again to green, which will be nice. But again, everything right now depends if Bitcoin can hold the line, keep going forward, and then I'm going to start going heavier and heavier and into these coins. But that's my plan. I'm fully spread. I have a lot of altcoins. I have a decent amount of Bitcoin, a decent amount of Ethereum. Even with Celsius holding most of my funds, I have decent amount of play. If you are just in gaming coins, or if you're just 100% in HBAR, XRP, etc., I think it's not to keep going heavier in this coin, right? I think it's about getting other plays, because I don't want anybody to be getting wrecked on the next bull run. So with all that being said, guys, let me know, where do you think GALA games can go? And what's your kind of overall strategy? I think it's a great entry. Obviously, it would have been nice to get back here because we've had super juicy pumps. But again, if you're here for the long term and you're a hodler, it's not going to make an F of a difference if you're buying at 1 cent, 2 cents, 3 cents, 4 cents, right? Anything under 10 cents, in my opinion, if this thing can stay around, you're going to do phenomenally well.